Hello there, it's Ruth Sherman. I'm a CEO and celebrity speech and media coach, but you don't have to be famous to work with me. In fact, I want to make you famous. So if you're like most of the world yesterday, you were anxiously awaiting the announcement from Apple via their CEO, Tim Cook, about their new products. The excitement had been building. Their PR machine was in high gear leading up to the announcement. And as you may know from having followed me, I have often identified Steve Jobs, the late CEO of Apple and its founder, as the greatest CEO presenter of all time. I stand by that, he is. But I also want to give some kudos to Tim Cook. Not only for developing some new products, and of course that's not just him, but under his leadership, Apple has come out with some new and very exciting products, but for honing his skills and creating some stagecraft a la Steve Jobs that really got the audience excited and picked up finally, 2 to 3 years later, where Steve Jobs left off in the whole way that Apple, instead of creating customers, creates raving fans. Now, of course, I always say it's not presentation alone. Presentation can get your foot in the door, but if you don't have the gravitas, the products, the services, the expertise to back it up, presentation, you're going to get found out eventually. So I'm not going to talk about the products. I am not an expert in that area, and I couldn't possibly evaluate whether or not they're good or better than anybody else's. What I can talk about, however, is Tim Cook's presentation and his stagecraft. He looked happy. He looked confident. He was dressed casually. Of course, he wasn't using the black turtleneck, nor should he. That is Steve Jobs' uniform, and that will only ever be Steve Jobs' uniform. The stage was black. It was spare. There was nothing on it. The graphics were amazing. Folks, if you're still using PowerPoint slides and you're loading them up with all kinds of crap, can I be honest? Stop doing that. You don't need it. Tim Cook was also using a confidence monitor, meaning that was the monitor, and I did a video on this. You can go back and look. I did a video on this. It's a monitor that sits at the foot of the stage, and you glance down to see what's coming next, and speaker notes are on there. And of course, it makes perfect sense for him to do this. Now, do I think he could improve his presentation skills? Absolutely. I think that his hands are he's not expansive with his hands. He's holding that remote and he doesn't really expand his hands. I think that his pacing is a little off, and I think he is perhaps worried about what he is about to say next. I don't think that presenting comes naturally to him, as perhaps it did to Steve Jobs, although Steve Jobs did a lot of practicing. And I know that there was a lot of practicing and a lot of rehearsal behind the scenes for this presentation as well. But I have to congratulate Tim Cook. And I want to say that in the past, I had been snarky and I had said that I believed that Steve Jobs had actually appointed Tim Cook as his successor because nobody could ever take his place. There was no way that Tim Cook could ever become the presenter that Steve Jobs was. And I still think that that's true. But because he has made the effort, because he has worked at it, and he's gotten so much better, seriously, go back and look at some of his early presentations, and you'll see exactly what I mean. Over the past 3 years, he's done a tremendous job, and I'm sure he has further to go as he creates Apple's success, as he leads the company into even more profitable territory, and as he improves his presentation skills and becomes the star CEO he may deserve to be. If you want to learn more about how to become a star on stage or on camera, hop on over to ruthsherman.com where you can download your free gift. And please hit the subscribe button so you can keep up with me. I'll see you there.